Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pettengill Academy Presents. Basically, what this is a parenting tip vlog for our daycare families. Things we learn through childcare that we want to be able to share with our families. Tips, any techniques or things like that. After talking with our staff, this was one thing that they really wanted us to start doing for feedback. So here we are. So today we're going to tackle biting in daycare. My name is Chantel Pettengill. I'm the owner and founder of Pettengill Academy. I've been in the ECE and education industry for over 21 years. I'm also a mom of two, a 12-year-old daughter and a 10-and-a-half-year-old son. And like many of you, I'm doing the best to figure out how to parent best in today's society. So we're going to start with today's topic, the dreadful biting at daycare. It's stressful for everybody involved, the biters' parents, the bitey parents, and the staff at the daycare. But it is perfectly normal. Though it's not socially acceptable, biting is a normal behavior among children under 3 years old. All developmental research shows for that. Why children bite? There are many reasons why children bite. Teething is a big one, as applying the pressure to the gums is comforting to them. Sometimes it's out of curiosity, impulsiveness, and lack of self-control. They bite because there's something to bite, and it's a way for them to explore the world around them. Sometimes it's excitement and overstimulation. It's a way to express excitement or to relieve their pent-up feelings. It also could be cause and effect. Children like to make things happen. And when they bite, they get a reaction. They want to see what will happen. How will the person react? How will the teacher react? How does the parent react? Sometimes it's out of frustration. Young children lack the words to communicate. So if their friend takes a toy from them, they might bite their friend. If somebody's standing at the gate that they're standing at and they want their space, that might be when they bite. It helps them express what they're trying to get across to that person without having the words to get it across. And sometimes it's attention seeking. They just need a hug or they want someone to see them. Without the vocabulary to be able to communicate it, biting is sometimes the way they communicate that. It's nothing to be embarrassed about or concerned, we promise. Majority of parents of a biter get embarrassed and worried that their child is the biter and that they're hurting others. They also sometimes are frustrated, get sad, they're frustrated in a way because they don't know how to help it. And a lot of times biting is very hard to help and change the behavior. While parents of the bitten get worried and upset that their child is getting hurt, and they're worried about their child's safety too. Biting is developmentally normal, and almost half of children in daycare bite or is bitten at least once. Education and transparency will help eliminate the stigma of biting. There are ways that you can work on preventing it. I'm going to share some ways that up here at Pettengill Academy that we do to attempt to prevent biting. While preventing biting is 100% not realistically possible, we do try to make every attempt to prevent biting as much as possible. Some of the main steps we take: we use a lot of active supervision in zone of proximity, getting in an area where there might be a big group of children. It could be where there's a child that has a history of biting. We might just be a little bit closer to them, not be in their bubble space, but close to their bubble space so we can intervene if we see anything. We use lots of positive reinforcements of the behaviors we want, cheering them on when they're helping their friend or sharing with their friend. We help with identifying emotions and teaching the vocabulary to express those emotions and giving them alternative actions. So if they're upset, what can they do instead? How can they ask for help if they're frustrated? Things like that. Redirection. If we see that a child's getting visibly frustrated, we might redirect them to a different activity. We might go for a walk and get a change of scenery, or we might do a calming activity such as playing with Play-Doh or reading a book, things like that. And if we can determine a trigger, we definitely watch for that child's trigger moments to help redirect at those moments as well. Sometimes we'll use teething toys and bracelets and necklaces just to help give the child the oral stimulation that they might be seeking. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. We keep on trying different things. We also look at the environment to see if any changes can be made or if the student might be needed to be moved to an active room. If they're old enough to be moved up, we might move them up. Sometimes we might move them over to the same age group room that might be a little bit more active and more engaging for that child. But sometimes biting still does occur, and that's okay. When it does, just separate the biter from the victim. It helps the biter to be removed from the situation that makes them frustrated. It just helps give them a calming space. It also helps comfort the victim as well and gets the victim that trusting that you'll take care of the situation. Help the biter express their frustration, but give a message that it's not okay to bite in a calm and serious way. Use short and clear sentences because, again, they don't have a whole lot of vocabulary. And then lavish on the victim and over console them. When the biter sees that the bitee is getting the attention, hopefully this will help extinguish the biting behavior. Well, I bit this person and they're getting the attention that I'm seeking. Maybe biting doesn't help. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And the biggest thing is communication's key. Don't hesitate to talk with your provider. Here at Pettengill Academy, communication is key. It's a big part of our core values. Anytime a bite occurs, we do a write-up both for the biter and the victim, and we send it over our parent communication app. We also set up plans for prevention, and within limits of following confidentiality, we can share those steps that we're taking to help prevent the biting. The biggest thing is child care providers cannot release the name of the child biting. It's out of confidentiality, but we can let you know the plan that's going on and what we're doing to try to prevent it from occurring again. And I know many providers will do the same. Also communicate with your provider if any changes occur at home, such as the child's starting to teeth or they're cutting their molars, maybe a parent's traveling for work, things like that. Because sometimes that gives us a little bit of a heads up that, oh, maybe they're going to be a little bit more on edge. Maybe biting might occur. Maybe other behaviors might occur. And it helps be able to give us the attention that child might need on that day, especially if they need just a little bit of extra loving. And just remember, together we can go a long way in building a relationship of trust, both with, the biter's family, the bitee's family, the staff, all that. Remember how adults respond is more critical than the behavior itself. Children are still learning skills like self-regulation and emotional expression. Being calm, empathetic, and having those kind of responses will go a long way in helping reduce and eliminate the biting behavior. So I want to thank you for watching. Be on the lookout next month for our next episode of Pettengill Academy Presents. We're going to do different parenting techniques. I've learned a lot through doing childcare all these years, and I'm always doing research and things like that. My family is actually going on a new adventure of homeschooling, so some episodes might be even taking that approach with families. We hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any topics that you would love for us to cover, just shoot us a comment, and we'll love to cover those in a future episode. All right, guys, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and good luck.